bring me a dream.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover, and tell him that he's lonesome not to roll for Mr. Sandman. I'm so alone, ain't got nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Give him a pair of eyes with a come-hither gleam. Give him a lonely heart like Pagliacci, and lots of wavy hair like Liberace. Mr. Sandman, someone to hold would be so peachy before we're too old. So please turn on that magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring us, please, 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 Mr. Sandman, bring us a dream.
Sha-da-da-da-do-ah. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make her the cutest I've ever seen. Give her the word that I'm not a rover, and tell her that the lonely nights are over. Mr. Sandman, I'm so alone, ain't got nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover, and tell him that he's lonesome not to roll for Mr. Sandman. I'm so alone, ain't got nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Give him a pair of eyes with a come-hither gleam. Give him a lonely heart like Pagliacci, and lots of wavy hair like Liberace. Mr. Sandman, someone to hold would be so peachy before we're too old. So please turn on that magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring us, please, 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 Mr. Sandman, bring us a dream.
Sha-da-da-da-do-ah. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make her the cutest I've ever seen. Give her the word that I'm not a rover, and tell her that the lonely nights are over. Mr. Sandman, I'm so alone, ain't got nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Mr. Sandman, I'm so alone, ain't got nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Give him a pair of eyes with a come-hither gleam. Give him a lonely heart like Pagliacci, and lots of wavy hair like Liberace. Mr. Sandman, someone to hold would be so peachy before we're
Hop the baba did bring me sunshine.
Bring me sunshine,
In your smile,
in your smoke,
make me happy
make me happy.
all the while.
Oh, wow.
In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Hello, good evening and welcome. And we're back in Brum and back in Studio 2 or 3. Is this Studio 3? Should we call this Studio 3? Pebble Mill, we're at the Pebble Mill studio. 292, episode 292 of JiveStream. The show must go on. And we're into our second year. Well, not literally, but literally in a way. All right then, so yes, it's the second of the second of the second? It's the second of the second there. Second of the first, 2021. How are you doing? Send us requests, we've got some interesting ones for today. Meanwhile, bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's more like it. Hey? Oh, like and share, like and share. So we're here. We managed to drive up through the zombie apocalypse and arrived after trying to find a service station that was open. And we are in Brum in Studio 3, the Pebble Mill area studio. And Alex has set up his new toys, his Tony Stark gear here, where there's a bit more space. And, oh, it's magnificent. It looks magnificent. And there's all sorts of things. It's got all sorts of different angles, which may surprise not only you, and your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can you hear that? Hear the pat? Oh, the happy sound at your step. Life is oh so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. But now I'm not afraid. Cause the rover done crossed over. Never, 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 never have a cent. I'll be rich as Rockefeller, baby. Go to step my feet on the sunny side of the street. Yeah. Professor. Happy coat, yeah. Don't forget to say, keep your bumpers on the doorstep, baby. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that? Put a pat, right a tat, habitat, do it yourself, shiddle bop, be doo dee da. Life is oh so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade, but now I'm not afraid. Cause the rover done crossed over. Never, 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 never had a cent. I'm the richest Rockefeller, baby. Go to stop my feet on the sunny side of the street. On the side of the street that's sunny. All righty then. Put the band's button up and we will, let's see who, I'll have my tea.
Let's see if I got that one right. Okay, that's not too bad.
There you go. There's a banter button of some form. And you're at the top of your head's off that one.
My head?
No, no, it's not. It's just on the left there it is, and on the right it's not. Maybe it's the same with Ken's. All right then, so let's know who are the first watchers.
That's the guideline. You're looking at the guidelines.
Who's the first 10 on each of our great platforms that we're able to follow?
Unfortunately, we're not on Twitch today. Twitch was being weird. Twitch was being weird, so it.
We're not on Twitch.
We're not on Twitch today. No,
even though we got more followers.
Even though we surpassed the
downer.
200 follower mark on Twitch, but today Michael Bernardi was trying to log on, and I was trying to. It was sending, but nothing was getting there. So, and then when I was trying to access the settings in the background, it wouldn't load. So I think it's something on their end, not ours, because everything else seems to be working. So here we go in the Facebook. Now, okay, we will. Unfortunately, I think it's a bit like when the competitions happened. The ones that we see aren't necessarily the one. The first one that I see isn't necessarily the first one. So all I can go on is the one.
Don't even say they're the first ones. Then say they're some of the people that are watching earlier than others might be.
Yes, it's a selection. So don't be insulted if I miss your name out and you were earlier than the ones I did say, because you're all amazing to us. Okay, here we go. Steve Frost. We've got Marsha Chong Fiorentini, Trisha Coombs, Joy Ball. Oh, blimey. What's going on? It all went weird there for a second. Joshua. Giselle.
Joshua.
Jackie Clark. Jamie Norman.
Jamie Norman.
How many is that? Willie does it.
One more.
Theresa Marie Ryan.
Theresa Marie.
Hi, everyone. And then over on YouTube, Jack Savage. Whoa, it's been a while.
It's been a while, Jack.
Jack's back.
Jack's back. Well, you can't help but love Jack.
I think he only went away just so we could say.
That was a really bad
Jack's back.
Of Jack Nicholson. Sorry.
Alan Wheatley, Wayne McCombie, Charlie Francois,
Charlie, welcome from Birmingham.
Rose Padua, Austin Lobo. How many's that, Ken? You're not counting, are you? You stopped counting. Keith Martin, because he's normally on Twitch, but he's come over here today. Ed Van Wake. London Yodeler. And how many's that? Michael Bernardi, he was on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch seems to be throwing a hissy fit. He said, yes, it was, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Luckily, you know where to go if it does. Rhoda's effort. Hi, Rhoda. Right. And there's no one on Twitch. We are
What is the theme tune to Rhoda?
We are on D-Live and Trovo as well, but...
D-Live and Trovo as well. We are branching out and trying different platforms.
And Periscope.
But
that's going down soon.
Facebook gives you problems, so we're branching out across the airwaves, as it were.
Indeed.
Maybe they're airwaves, whatever they are.
Wire waves.
Waves.
I guess if someone's watching on Wi-Fi, there would be a kind of airwave. It's like this. It's an airwave.
Just having my tea in my new police box TARDIS Doctor Who mug from the missus. Yes. As well as my plunger mute for my trumpet. I got this. And it's bigger on the inside, so more tea.
Vicar.
More tea, Vicar.
Excellent. So that's why you're taking so long to drink it, because there's more of it.
Oh, no, it's also actually,
keeps
surprisingly, keeps it really hot. So it's absolutely piping.
Is it ceramic?
Ceramic, yes.
Wow.
It's actually very nice. It tastes really nice in it. It's very good. I've still got my yellow cup here, don't worry. I'm just not sure where it is. We ran out. We took it down south with us to that Lake of Wood, and then it's in a bag with the throat coat, tea, and it's not come in. So I've got it in my in this. I hope you don't mind, but I quite like this. And it makes a noise as well when it appears. It materialises behind me. I don't have to make it, it just appears. Somehow it's magic, like a TARDIS, like a real TARDIS.
Right. Good.
John disappeared at the same time.
What's next?
Next is a shop in the high street, which is probably closed at the moment. Other than that, it would be the bandstand theme with Big John Fordham. for those in America, do you remember American Bandstand? Don't think it was ever in England. Was it ever played in England? No, I do not think so. Bandstand. That sounded brilliant. Lovely, John. Nice. That was really a rollicking version of American Bandstand there.
Must
Made me
be a
want to go
good,
back in time in a timey-wimey TARDIS like my mug, which even though it is bigger on the inside, I can't get in the mug, and go back and see Bandstand live.
Would actually be a good sort of fast Lindy Hop jive number, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? If we had any fast Lindy Hop jivers out there.
Yes. Yeah, a big band. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bill Elliott. That would be a big Bill Elliott, big band boogie. All right. Looks like there's an Italian standing nearby. Looks like an early Italian time tonight.
La 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 la
La la la la la la la la.
It's quite roomy here, isn't it?
Yeah. So after our
You can do
small,
your exercises.
lovely rehearsal studio, which is what we use. This is like space, the final frontier.
Ken, what happened? They just chopped your head off.
Yeah, he's got a flat top if he stands up.
You just go to the TARDIS step. Did you already show what's under your TARDIS?
Oh no, yeah, we've got like a.
Come on then.
Also, Vince provided the coaster. The coasters look like little records.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone's using our old CDs. No, they look like some of ours, because some of our CDs are made like that, isn't it? With the special vinyl look.
It's the
Actually
latest album, actually.
Good, doing it? Says too hot to handle. Ta-da. Ta-da. In fact, I'll just stay here and drink this. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, Ian is drinking that. Buonasera a tutti e benvenuti alla puntata 292 del nostro live stream nell'anno 2021. There we have a traffic cop now. just going backwards. Okay,
Well,
so
it's all different angles. We just set up, so we don't know where we got to stand, where we're looking.
that's okay. It's always all us. We need to put little crosses, and tape on the carpet so we know where we need to stand.
Exactly.
Bene. So the first thing I want to do is I want to read a very nice email that Donna Thacker sent to us. And she says, "Dear Grazian and all, Happy New Year. I am sure I speak for everyone watching. A huge, big thank you for helping us get through a really wrecked year. Your time, your talent, and your love has helped us all more than you can imagine. Let's hope for the better, brighter 2021 for everyone. And although we will miss you, we hope you don't need to adorn our screen for too much longer. Love and thanks, Donna, Richard, and all the Thacker family." Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
But we don't mind. It is an honour and a privilege, and also a lot of fun doing it, even though it is a bit mad sometimes.
It's a game where we help each other. You keep us sane by asking us to do this.
Relatively sane.
Yeah, relatively sane, because we were born not completely. We were born completely
Crazy.
crazy.
I'm going slightly mad.
Bene, so 2nd of January. So what are we celebrating? Well, today, January the 2nd, is National Science Fiction Day. Yay. It is also Ken juggling with the oranges day. Ken is doing his circus apprenticeship in the background. It is also National Buffet Day. So we had that. It's National Buffet Day thanks to Ken.
Oh yeah, we had a buffet.
Yeah, we had a buffet. So we've been celebrating
a vegan
that.
buffet. We actually had.
The
It was
vegan
actually.
buffet?
What would you say it was? It was like Greek. It was like shawarma and kebab. but
Mediterranean.
all Mediterranean, but vegan. So it was all salady, falafel, but also with for those who like it, a meat substitute. So it was actually like the whole thing was literally like having shawarma and kebabs, but vegan. As a buffet, very nice.
Bene. So what has been happening throughout history? So in 1839, I know that I brought something up, not too long ago, but in 1839 was the first photo of the moon by the French photographer Louis Daguerre. So I know we brought that up, but it was the first well-known and sort of that became most famous photograph of the moon. But this chap actually took the first picture of the moon. But now it looked like this only because it got damaged. The picture actually got damaged. But this was the surviving picture of what he took from his from the top of his window in his apartment. I think it was in Paris. This one. But it got damaged, so it looks like it could have been something, but it's actually underneath.
It looks like cheese.
Yeah, it looks like cheese. But anyway, you can Google it, and you will see the picture in black and white. Music premiere: Richard Wagner opera *The Flying Dutchman* premieres in Dresden. The Flying Dutchman.
Dresden.
That's the name of the boat of one of the ship in Pirates of the Caribbean, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, and
David Jones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Davy Jones's ship.
Exactly. 1890. All right. So a record of the biggest alligator that was captured in Louisiana. And guess how many feet was that alligator?
Wow.
Huh?
17.
No.
24.
No. It was 19.2 feet.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
big. It's a big one.
In Louisiana. Chris Goodland, have you seen any that large?
Don't know.
When we were there, weren't we? We had to learn all about being chased by alligators.
Oh, yeah, to do in zigzag, we had to do the thing. Okay, so in 1983, Duke Ellington's musical Sophisticated Ladies closes at Lund Fountain in New York after 767 performances. Yep. Now, who was born on this day? 2nd of January. It was the birth of Nick Fatul.
That's all the drummer.
Yeah.
He played with absolutely everyone.
He did amongst Benny Goodman, and anyway,
He's on the sextet,
lot.
isn't it?
Yeah.
On with Charlie Christian on the Benny Goodman sextet.
Albums.
Yeah. So his birthday, it is also Isaac Asimov's birthday. I guess that's why it is the International Science Fiction Day. Yep. Was there? I guess not. Maybe a virtual. Has it been like any science fiction convention virtual one on this day, Alex? Do you know?
On this day?
Yeah,
Oh,
because it's
today?
on-
I
yeah.
don't know.
Today, are
What?
there any virtual conventions? I don't know.
Yes.
What are they
Yeah,
doing with
we should
Definitely
ask
are.
our
There was a
Sandman.
virtual-
Comic Cons
There was a
virtual.
virtual San Diego Comic Con and several others.
There you go. Maybe Dan the man, knows.
Dan Phil,
Yep.
Dan the man, Dan the sound man.
Yep. 1936, Roger Miller's birthday,
Aye.
of which I think you've got something cooking for that.
Something cooking.
And talking about cooking, I have something for you.
You have some degustation.
I have the degustation over
Degustation.
here. I shall go over here.
Degustation. Intense.
Intense. So this is the next line of
Installment.
Taralli.
Oh,
So
these are, how many did you get? This is another
after
bag of
this,
stuff from.
tomorrow is going to be the last one.
These are all from the Puglia.
This is all
in
from
Italy.
Puglia alla Reggio, where the city where
What
they're
is
actually
this?
from. This you'll have to guess. You guess
Oh,
because
that's a very familiar smell. That's a very familiar bouquet, as Stephen Fry says in Blackadder.
I'll say not
Alex?
stuff.
As
I
Stephen
will
Fry
say
says in
nothing.
Blackadder.
Guess
That's a very
your-
familiar bouquet.
Have a guess. You have to guess. Guess.
I'm going to guess
it's-
onion.
Yeah, exactly. It is onion.
You know how I guessed that?
Cipolla is actually cipolla. It's not onion. It's cipolla.
What's chipotle?
Cipolla is onion.
Oh.
Ah, cipolla.
It's very onion, yeah.
It's very nice, isn't it? So So you were asking me, so where is this from? So this is from Valenzano, which is a town very near where I'm from, which is in provincia di Bari, which is not the capital town of Puglia, but il capoluogo, the chief town of Puglia is Bari. So this is from Valenzano. So yeah, anyway, if you want to get them, email me, publicrelations@jiveaces.com. I can give you the address where to get these from. They get to you actually quite quickly. I think they have probably a retailer here, but they are made in this place, and I can vouch, and everybody, you can vouch, right, for the validity and the authenticity of... So, yes, you can just email me, and I shall give you the address. And Ian is still busy talking, chewing. And it just needs to have
dry,
you need to get to some of it.
If you're going to play a wind instrument afterwards, you have to have a glass of water, because otherwise you get a mouthpiece full of crumbs.
You have your mug, you need some water to get not the medicine go down, the taralli go down. But it's nice. It is very nice. I think it is one of my favorite ones. They're all very, very nice anyway. Anyway, bene, ci vediamo dopo. A più tardi.
All right, so as mentioned, she mentioned a couple of birthdays. One of them is Isaac Asimov, which is probably why it is, was it National or International Science Fiction Day?
One of the two, probably international. I just finished reading.
It'd be weird having it. It's national, probably in America then. National Science Fiction Day. Isaac Asimov was born this very day, this date, in 1920, and he died on April the 6th, 1992. Obviously, for those who don't know, the American writer, professor of biochemistry at Boston University, Boston. He was known for his works of science fiction and popular science. Asimov was a prolific writer. He wrote or edited more than 500 books. He also wrote an estimated 90,000 letters and postcards. He wrote hard science fiction along with Robert A. Heinlein and Arthur C. Clarke. Asimov was considered one of the big three science fiction writers during his lifetime. Asimov's most famous books, the Foundation series, that's what it says there. But not just that, because the ones I read the most and over again was the Robots, I, Robot, and Rest of the Robots, which were short stories about the robots. And me and Peter, as you probably know, were at school together from when we told you the story of parts of the story of the man. Me and Peter were at school together in Essex, and so had the same. Were we in the same English class, weren't we? Yes. Mr. Ponticus and various other people. I read. Both of us were avid science fiction fans, science fiction writers, especially early 1930s, 40s, and 50s science fiction. And we both read a lot of Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, and all that, and a lot of Isaac Asimov. I loved the robots, and what I loved about the robots is Isaac Asimov created the 3 rules of robots.
Laws of robotics, Ian.
The laws of robotics, all right then, to be official, the laws of robotics, which all the other science fiction writers at the time, they became so traditional, they became the laws of robotics.
And
even when I used to write science fiction in school when I had to do stories, and my early teacher said it was rubbish and I got bad marks. And then we got a good, nice teacher who was into science fiction, and he loved it. And he said, I just had to, because I used the laws, I learned that you can't just rip them off. And he said, you have to at least put, thanks to Isaac Asimov for the 3 laws of robotics, which I used to put. So me and Pete used to read them and write them. And then after reading all this, when we were doing as you know, we do a lot of our own material. We all write in the band. And one of our first albums, which album is it? Bolt from the Blue. on Bolt from the Blue, Peter wrote a song about science fiction, the golden age of science fiction, which was that particular era, the 30s to the 50s, and all the different writers, including Isaac Asimov and the aforementioned Robert Heinlein and Arthur C. Clarke there. And obviously the most important part was the I really helped with it because I added the introduction and sort of like and what the chords were. But Pete did pretty well, I think, writing that. Then there's some pretty nice lyrics there. It's a really good song, and it's on the album. And you got to listen to it on the album because on the album it also has mine and Peter's brilliant acting. Yes. Peter plays Dr. Zargoff. Yes. The evil Dr. Zargoff.
Based on Ming the Merciless.
Yeah. Which was basically loosely based on Ming the Merciless. So there you go. So you listen to it on the album because then you've got all that on there. But right now we're going to do you a whipped together revamp, because we haven't done this for 20 years, version of Golden Age of Science Fiction. Oh, well done. We've got to do the bit at the beginning. There's a on the album. It's got the funny.
I'll give you some mysterious music for that.
Mysterious music, and then there's the before the intro riff. There's the tales of trips to systems far, voyages to the farthest star. Started off and fueled the race that led man upwards into space. Laser guns and rocket packs, journeys to the moon and back. Weekly stories of prediction, the golden age of science fiction. Artificial G-space stations, interstellar teleportation, imaginings without restriction, the golden age of science fiction. Robert Heinlein, E. Doc Smith, and John Campbell, men of myth. Magazines with lurid covers, weekly kicks for sci-fi lovers. Fertile minds have thought the future, men whose ideas shape the culture. Writing with complete conviction, the golden age of science fiction. Yeah, now. Dr. Zargo, you'll never get away with this. Tales of ships to systems far, journeys to the dimmest star, cleaning ships of zero friction, the golden age of science fiction. Robots with their inbuilt lures, positronic brains unfloyd, Asimov with perfect diction, the golden age of science fiction. L. Ron Hubbard, H.G. Wells, Arthur C. Clarke cast their spells over every eager reader, waiting for their next adventure. In each printed page of pulp, amazing yarns that made men go. Futures came from their depictions, the golden age of science fiction. Golden age of science fiction there. Brilliant lyrics there from Pete if you listen to them all, but you can listen to it on the album, which probably most of you have won by now. Bolt from the Blue. Bolt from the Blue. Golden Age of Science Fiction, complete with the silly sketch, science fiction skit in the middle. But, yeah, those are very important guys. That whole era of science fiction, that whole genre. I'm sure some of you are into that genre. Hands up if you're into science fiction from that era. I'm sure some of you are.
Give us a wave in the chat. Give us a wave who likes sci-fi.
Give us a wave. The genre.
We just we have to take a slight pause here, Ian, to make a special mention to a man who's actually given us our biggest YouTube super sticker to date. Wow. I believe. He sent us 50 quid on YouTube. Wow. It's Mr. London Yodeler, Sean. Everyone do it. Everyone do it. Leaning himself. Give him a roll in the
Sean.
Amazing.
Why is it for the new year?
Because he's a complete geezer. That's why he's just like a solid, dependable, lovely bloke. That's why. I don't know. Thank you, Sean. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Ridiculously kind of you. Ridiculously kind. Thank you very much. If you've got a,
it's all the rage though, doing it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah,
it's not that ridiculous. It's all the rage. Everyone's doing it.
It's not a competition to see who can send the biggest super sticker. It is a competition. It is a competition. Yeah, no, very appreciated. Very appreciated. We got a joke from Brian. He says, just had a text message from some company telling me I had won a prize. I could choose between a £100 cash prize or tickets to an Elvis tribute show. I had to press 1 for the money or 2 for the show.
Brilliant.
I have read that one before recently. I think you might have sent us that one before. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, they even incorporated the 3 laws of robotics into Star Trek, at least into the Next Generation. Data was programmed with the 3 laws of robotics. So it definitely had an effect. Also, I recently read. I finished reading for the first time the first Foundation trilogy only a couple of months ago. And it was very interesting. And they're making it into a TV series, which comes out very soon.
Oh, are they going to kick it? Because they made, the film I, Robot was good, but it was nothing to do
with...
with...
it was nothing to do. It's a tough one, because the thing about the Foundation series, each chapter jumps ahead like 50 or 30 or 80 years. So they're almost, apart from a couple of chapters, they're almost completely new sets of characters each time. And they only they mention Harry Seldon. He's only in the first chapter or the first section of the first book.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to do it.
No, but that was the thing.
But the trailer looks good.
It's almost like short stories about the same thing.
Yeah. Well, it has a through thread. I mean, the story is the same, but the characters just change because it's over such a long period of time.
Whereas the iRobot and the rest of the robots is pretty much short stories all around, but they're all based around robots, and there's certain aspects of it. It's the same universe, basically.
But did you also know, and this is not something I knew until recently, that the robot universe, the Foundation universe, and what's the other one?
Oh, the Rings of Saturn, Daniel,
No. Oh, yeah, but what's it called? There's a third series of books that he wrote. He retroactively made them all into the same universe. Because he wrote them all separately, and they're all in kind of different times. But when he came back to writing them later on, he tied them in all together, so they were all set in the same universe. But that wasn't the original intention.
But what did he tie? What did he tie them together?
In later books, like he cross references them in later books, where that was never the original intention. So he kind of created the first universe before Marvel did it.
He created his own canon and universe.
Cannon and Ball.
Cannon and Ball, yeah. Well, I guess they did, didn't they? Other than Stephen Frost liking Doctor Who, are there any science fiction fans out there? Did anyone watch any of those? Watch or read the books by any of those people? As a trouble, you nowadays when people often only watch TV or watch a film of something, they're never going to get the full depth of them, because normally when they make a film of them, they just take a bit of inspiration. I mean, even Arthur C. Clarke, even 2001 was just from a short story, The Sentinel by Arthur C. Clarke. Anyway, enough of that. So here we go. What are we going to do now? Oh, yes. So as also mentioned by Grazia, the other birthday, 1936, Roger Miller, American country singer and songwriter who wrote King of the Road and Dang Me. Born in Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas, and died in 1992, the same as Isaac Asimov. Oh, it's a year for science fiction writers and country singers. All right, so we're going to do, he wrote King of the Road, we're going to do King of the Road. Trailer for sale or rent, room to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom. Buys an 8x12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. Third boxcar midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found, sharp but not too big and round. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all the children and all the names, every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I think trailers for sale or rent, room to let 50 cents. No pull, no pill, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom. Oh, gets a 4-bed, 12-hour room. I'm a man of means by no means. Oh, king of the road, yeah. Ah, yeah, let's take it. I know every engineer on every train, all of the children and all of their names, every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, room to let 50 cents. No phone, no fool, no patch. Ain't got no cigarettes, I bet 2 hours of pushing broom. Buys an 8x12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road, king of the road, king of the road. Yeah. I keep wanting to go, sailor from Stoke-on-Trent. Oh, sailor, yeah.
Stoke-on-Trent's landlocked.
I know, it just rhymes, doesn't it? Sailor, or for sailor, for rail or scent. Trent, I don't know. Sailor from Stoke-on-Trent. There's a whole song out there.
Well, I guess it's got a river. Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
There you go. The Trent River. What have we got here?
And that must be where 50 Cent got his name.
So, what are we saying? Oh, people are, yes, definitely a lot of sci-fi fans here. Graham says, Michael Bernardi says, been an SF fan for 50 years, lots of virtual SF cons, Worldcon, had to go virtual last year. I keep thinking last year, now it's last year, held in New Zealand. New Zealand, bro? Yeah, cuz.
New Zealand, bro.
Yeah, cuz. You want a chip brew? Do you want a chip? You want a chop brew? Sorry, that was a beach days, bro. Beach days.
Mandy Meadows, every time she kept saying big weddings, and I thought she was saying bug.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
bug weddings.
Bug weddings.
Bug
Bug
weddings.
weddings.
Someone made a
And I
joke.
was like, what's a bug wedding?
A bug wedding. Yeah.
Is that a wedding? A wedding for little critters?
No, but it's like bug wedding.
It was
Bug
bug wedding.
wedding.
No,
It's-
but I got what the wedding bit was.
Yeah.
But I really thought she was saying
But
bug.
someone, I think it was her that actually just, told us that basically you take all the vowels of the English alphabet and you shift them along one, and then you get a New Zealand accent.
Ah, maybe we should practice that.
Bug
All right
wedding.
then. All right then.
I saw 2001 on a birthday outing when it first came out, says Jackie Clark.
Wow.
Danger will...
Daisy, Daisy.
and June likes the Lost in
give me
Space
your
robot.
answer to.
What's the Lost in Space robot called? Danger Will Robinson. Danger Will... That was the...
Well, isn't it Robbie, isn't it? Not as Robbie the Robots. Robbie the Robots, the Forbidden Planet, which is the Tempest. It's what is it? But it looks the same almost, doesn't it? Very similar. It's got squiggly bits. It's very, very modern on it. Like, what was his name?
Anyone remember?
I used to love. You mean the original Lost in Space? Proper Lost in Space with Smith is here. Never fear, Smith is here.
Joy
He was
Ball...
brilliant. God, I have to watch that again. I haven't seen that.
Which one? Oh, Lost
Zachary
in Space.
Smith,
There's
yeah.
actually a new one on Netflix. New
No, but they even did a film as well. Like,
No,
yeah,
but-
but this was
but
Zachary
recent-
Smith.
a recent one.
In those days, it was like another ham actor. He was a great ham actor. Who was the actor who played Zachary Smith?
Don't know, but he's perfectly slimy, wasn't he? Joy Ball says, I don't remember too much of Heinlein's Stranger in a Strange Land, except I cried buckets at the end. Yes, I got that book for my birthday when I was about 15 and read it all. It's a chunky book, Stranger in a Strange Land, but it's quite pretty epic.
Yeah.
50 Cent got his name from Roger Miller. Yeah,
That's what I just said, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, Teresa's asking, like, as if it's real. As if,
No, I don't know. Maybe he did.
I think
Well,
Ian
he
was
might have done. He might have like really loved the song and Dean Martin singing it and gone. He was like going, "Hey man, trailer for sale of rent, room to let, 50 cents." Oh no,
That's a good rapping name.
Yeah,
Maybe that's just how much he charged when he first did live gigs
maybe.
back in the day.
All right. We're running out of time if we don't. So, ain't she sweet? Well, yeah. We didn't run it, did we? Yeah. All right, we're going to do a bit of Ain't She Sweet. Hold on, let me get my toy. How are you all doing anyway? How's 2021 going for you? Second day? Pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. It's been good so far. Right, should we do this different or something? I don't know. Are you ready? Ain't she sweet? See you walking down the street. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? Look her over once or twice. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? So cast an eye in her direction. Hold me all mine in that perfection. Might I repeat, don't you think it's really neat? Ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Shilly bop bop a doo 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 da. Shilly bip bip a doo dee doo da. Shilly bip ba. Shilly boop boop bow. Shibip shabop. Ba da dip lily bow. she sweet. Ask her very confidentially. She sweet.
We have an answer to the name of the robot. Steve Frost says, the robot in Lost in Space was Series 1A1998, Class YM3, YM-3, Model B-9, General Utility Non-Theorizing Environmental Control Robot, Bion 1, also known simply as 1A1998 YM3B-9 Gunter. Class M-3 robot or Class YM robot. Well, he's got a lot of classes. Gunter, I guess. Robbie the Robot was the other thing. Oh, he still had a nickname. I think it was just called
his name?
Robot.
I had a name.
Didn't he just call him Robot?
I'm sure you didn't Google that, did you? You just knew all that.
Like, it's Steve Frost, so...
Yeah, no, he just knew all that. He just knew all those figures. No, but he must have had some sort of name that they called it. I'm sure Robbie the Robot wasn't called Robbie the Robot.
Oh, yes, everyone now wants to hear Sean yodeling. So, Sean, you need to upload a track of you yodeling into the green room.
Stick it in the green room. Track of you yodeling. We want to hear it.
Do it.
Yodelay. Sure you get better than me.
Righty-ho, what's next? Sound level's very good tonight. Thank you very much, Roy. Yes, we. I remembered to set them. I remembered to... Actually, I remembered to save them yesterday.
Head levels aren't so good.
Yeah, all
Especially
right.
Ken's not even very tall.
All right, yeah, all right.
We can always come down to the floor, Ken. Come down on the floor for today.
Come down one step. Come down to one step, look. One step.
Well, we've got time for one more song.
Dark Eyes? Alrighty.
Thank you very much. All right then. What is today? It's a Sunday, isn't it? Saturday. Who knows during these funny times? Put that over there. All right, so it's the I know it's the second anyway of the
Blinky.
I think it's a Saturday. Tomorrow will be
Blinky.
Sunday. So tomorrow morning at 10:30, Feel Good Factor TV. 10:25, we will be on Sky TV. If you missed it this morning, you can watch the whole show, the Feel Good Factor TV, from 7 till 11. We're on about 10:25. The last half an hour, we got all sorts of stuff in store for you, and it's Jive Talking on the Feel Good Factor TV, which is channel 191, which is Showcase channel on Sky TV. And we'll see you tomorrow night on here about 8:30 tomorrow evening. We'll meet again. Don't know when, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again. Yes, I know we'll meet again. Bye bye, ta-ta, toodle-pip, cheerio, TTFN, tally-ho, see you later, so long. Well, I know we'll meet again some sunny day. There's no smell of onions going on. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter
Press the right button.
and make believe it came from you. I'm going to write things oh so sweet. They're going to knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses at the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm going to smile and say, hope you're feeling better. And I will love the way you do. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter, pretty baby, and make believe it came from you. Ah! Gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write things oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses at the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better. And I will love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter, pretty baby, and make believe it came from, make believe it came from, make believe it came from you. Send that letter, man. Yeah, I'm gonna write it right now. I'm gonna sit